Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Selena here. I hope y'all doing amazing. Today's video, I'm gonna be doing a video just to talk to you guys and to the diaspora, to the black population, to the Caribbeans, to black people in general, why y'all need to visit Africa. Hold up, I know y'all gonna be like, hold on, I'm from Canada or I'm from United States. That's gonna cost me $1,000+ just for a ticket alone to go down to Africa. Do you think I have money for that? I know, I get it. I've been back home many times. I understand it's costly. And I understand I have that benefit of me going back home and having family there, so that cuts on the cost itself for a place to stay. Food cuts the cost because most of the time, as y'all know, if you're Eritreans and Ethiopians, y'all know that your family's gonna cook you food. Even if you tell them no, they're gonna cook it for you anyways. So that cuts all the costs right there for you. Transportation cuts the cost. If you have people that drive around, that can drive you places, family, friends, whoever. A lot of the times we have the advantage of Africans that when we go back home, it's easier for us to have a place to stay, to have, you know, food, to have transportation. We get it, we understand. But I'm gonna be going to some places in Africa, well, God willing, I would love to go to places in Africa. Like say for example, South Africa. I don't know nobody in South Africa. I'd love to go and visit though. It's gonna be costly for me. Not only the ticket, but a place to stay, food, transportation, leisurely activities. It's gonna cost me. But it's not gonna stop me from going because I only live once. And y'all only live once, unless you're cats and whatever. Y'all only live once. You're gonna want to experience what the world has to offer. And if you're a traveler anyways and you haven't gone to Africa, what is stopping you? If you have that luxury of traveling, if you have, you know, if you have the money but you haven't visited, you know, Africa, I don't know what's stopping you. But that's your decision. This is a video about why I think black people in general should go visit Africa if you had all the money in the world. And even if you don't, it's just good for you to learn and to kind of hear out what I have to say. Let's start. One is the history. Africa has so much history in that continent alone, and even in one single country alone, the amount of history that lies within the land, within the soil, and the roads that you're walking on when you go back is tremendous. You can learn so much from there and actually gain so much experience and knowledge, and you can get lots of video clips, you can get lots of pictures just in those historical lands alone. And it's good to actually know see what your ancestors have gone through just by knowing the history of Africa. The people are probably, besides the food, because I love food, but the people alone, to me, is what makes Africa so great. The people, one, they're friendly. They're always smiling at you when you're walking down the street. Even if they don't know you, they're saying hi to you. You, as if you're black or you're African American, Caribbean, whatever, they will look at you and to them that's nothing. Like, you're just one of them. They're gonna smile at you, and you don't even see that here in Canada a lot of the times. People walk by, they don't even acknowledge you half the time. Over there, they're gonna at least look at you, maybe nod, say hi. Back home they say salam or whatever. Like, they actually acknowledge you when you walk down the street, when you look at them. Sometimes you may be busy on your phone or, you know, whatever, but most of the times they're gonna actually acknowledge you, and a smile goes a long way. They do that a lot in Africa, and I honestly, that's kind of one reason why I love going back, is because of the humbleness of the people and the generosity and how happy they are there. To me is what I love. I love that atmosphere, so I think you're gonna love it too. If you've never been, you're gonna see people that just look like you. That's all black. And that's what Tiffany had said when she went back home. She was like, it was amazing to see that you looked around, the workers, you know, the people on the streets, everything, just like her, looked just like her. No difference. Another reason, the food, the different cuisines. Africa alone has the most countries in the continent. Of any continent in this world, Africa has the most. So with that being said, you're gonna visit different countries, neighboring countries, and they have different foods for those neighboring countries. Not even like if you're gonna go like even from like say Eritrea and Ethiopia. We both have similar foods, but we also have like different cuisines that in Ethiopia they have, Eritrea does not have. So that's just two similar countries, but there's also lots of times two different cuisines that you could be enjoying. The spices are amazing, the scents of the food are amazing. Most of it's all like pretty much organic food grown from the farms within that land, and you're supporting those people by buying those food, and you're supporting the farmers, you're supporting the businesses, and you're supporting growth within that country and potentially within that continent. So that's another reason why I feel like going back to Africa and visiting, at least you're actually kind of supporting as well. You're not just kind of going to enjoy yourself, you're also supporting a cause, you're also supporting a country, supporting where you potentially came from, where your ancestors potentially came from. You may not know exactly, but at least you know that when it feels like you're at home. And a lot of people I've noticed nowadays, it's like Steve Harvey, Ludacris, Tiffany Haddish, they all went back to Africa and they literally said, I felt like I was at home. And that's what it is like you're at home, you're at peace. Like you go there and you feel like you're detoxing from the whole world. If that's the best way to put it, you literally feel like you're detoxing from the whole world. That's how I feel when I go back to Eritrea. It's like I feel like I'm just detoxing, I'm just refreshing my mind and just kind of being in the moment. That's what it is. You should go because the beautiful landscapes. Africa has such beautiful landscapes from the different countries alone. Like I'm saying, every single country has amazing landscapes, amazing architecture, amazing nature itself. Even the animals, you can go on safaris even, and it doesn't cost say as much as it would here in North America. Yes, going there and paying for your actual stay will cost a lot, but for all the extra activities, it doesn't cost too much. So I feel like that's kind of why they do it, is because they actually want people to see what the country has to offer. I can only speak on Eritrea, but I'd love to go everywhere else in Africa. But I know a lot of the architecture in Eritrea, sorry, in Asmara especially, a lot of people are going to see them. Like Cathedral and Cinema Roma, all those are actually, people are actually going to Eritrea to visit those places because they don't have many of those in Africa anymore. Like a lot of the times they've been demolished or they just crumbled apart. So actually back home they've kind of refurbished it, remodeled it, and made it to something they can use, right? So not just buildings, but aside from like the buildings, you can see the beautiful landscapes, from beautiful mountains to waterfalls to rivers to the animals, giraffes, elephants, like just the beautiful wilderness that Africa has to offer. It's like literally picture perfect. What you see on the internet is what is actually there. Pretty crazy, right? Like it's actually real life. And you can visit, you can go look with your two eyes and witness it for yourself. Take Instagram worthy pictures or you vlog it if you want to, because it's actually there. Visit it and you will see for yourself. And lastly, to be honest with you, this is probably, it kind of relates to the first few topics about the people, is you can relate to them the most. You can actually you can relate to the people, you can relate to their struggles almost, because you kind of understand that, you say as an immigrant, it's hard to start somewhere fresh. Like a lot of the countries in Africa are going through so much hardship, a lot of poverty, you know, and the States has a lot of that too, you know. So when you have that luxury to be able to go somewhere and actually see what other people are going through, and you know that you're not alone, it warms your heart a little bit and also makes you want to help out even more. That's all I can really say. I understand money is such a big barrier. Totally get it, because like we all want money and it costs money just to go back and visit. I understand. But if you get that luxury, and if you have that luxury and you're already traveling, whatever, save some little bit of coin and go visit Africa. Just go visit, like one country, just one country. I understand it's gonna cost you a lot with visas, blah blah blah, but at least make one trip to one country in Africa that's not so popular, but not salty, but you know, not salty, but you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Africa's Africa, they're all beautiful countries, right? So, but visit one country and I'm telling you, you will love it. You will love it. And I know a lot of people who've been to Africa who aren't Africans have absolutely loved it. So I hope that kind of pushes you to buy that ticket. No, it's not sponsored, but you know, like I just really feel Africa gets like, it gets such a bad rep sometimes just because of the whole poverty thing or whatever. But aside from all that, it's such a beautiful continent that people need to realize, like, you could have such a beautiful getaway that you would in Jamaica in Africa. I mean, it's just, I think it's because of the cost and the flights and whatever, and it's because it's overseas and it takes a long time to get there, and then you gotta think about all the extra stuff. People kind of shy away from that, and I get it, and I totally get it. But if you really want to visit, save that little extra money, put in your savings and go visit. You'll actually have an amazing time. So, but no pressure. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below other things I should talk about, other reaction videos you want me to do. Please make sure you share this video. Share this with all your friends, your traveler friends, your cousins, whatever, it doesn't matter. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Until next time, bye!